We possess more raw data and connectivity today than any society in human history, yet true wisdom seems rarer than it has ever been. Societal values have shifted. We reward volume over virtue and give our collective attention to whatever is loudest rather than whatever is wisest. Look at public discourse today. Complexity is treated as a liability. Careful dialogue has devolved into a shouting match where the objective is to win, not to understand. Try to remember the last time you saw a calm, reflective conversation gain mass attention, or a leader admit they didn't know the answer to a question and were actively willing to learn. The result is a generation drowning in facts, updates, and opinions, yet starving for the clarity required to make sense of them. To understand what we have lost, we have to clarify what wisdom actually is. It is distinct from intelligence, the accumulation of data, or raw knowledge. The ancients saw it differently. Wisdom is rooted in humility, the quiet awareness of life's complexity, and a strict refusal to make shallow judgments. Classical societies held reverence for the philosopher, the lover of truth. Today, we elevate entertainers, rewarding public figures who generate controversy and profit from shock value. True understanding demands a slow, quiet unfolding of thought. That process is incompatible with a culture addicted to the quick fix and the bite-sized meme. This cultural drift towards superficiality is the deliberate output of an engineered attention economy, where focus is the primary currency. Social platforms are designed to hijack your nervous system. Their algorithms specifically favor impulsive reactions and moral outrage, because those emotions keep you scrolling longer than careful consideration ever could. This prioritization of speed extends into our physical institutions. Educational systems often reward the memorization of standardized answers over the messy work of critical inquiry. By prioritizing measurable, immediate output, these environments favor the production of predictable workers over the development of independent minds. A distracted, unreflective populace is useful for those in power. The philosopher Noam Chomsky observed that the smartest way to keep people passive is to strictly limit the spectrum of acceptable opinion. This diagram illustrates how that illusion of freedom operates. The boundaries of the conversation are clamped down tight, but inside that narrow box, fierce, erratic debate is highly encouraged. By keeping the population endlessly arguing over curated trivialities, the systems of power ensure you are too distracted to question the narratives you are fed. The most severe damage from this engineered distraction occurs within the individual, where it quietly corrodes the human psyche. Carl Jung noted that thinking is inherently difficult. Because wrestling with complexity takes immense cognitive effort, our default is to take the easy way out. We judge. This creates an intense friction between what we need and what we consume. The psychiatrist Viktor Frankl, who survived the Holocaust, observed that when people cannot find a deep sense of purpose, they compulsively distract themselves with superficial pleasures. Frankl realized that this constant stimulation acts as a buffer, preventing us from confronting the lack of meaning in our daily lives. Constant stimulation and endless content consumption act as a modern anesthetic, masking a collapse of inner meaning. Wisdom has not been destroyed. It has only been systematically displaced, driven underground into the quiet, unread spaces that most people now avoid. To pursue wisdom in today's world is a deliberate, radical act of rebellion against an engineered system of distraction. The first step is reclaiming your attention. You have to guard your mind against algorithmic pollution, intentionally choosing deep reading over infinite scrolling. Next, you must seek silence. Wisdom does not scream. You have to allow yourself to sit with uncomfortable thoughts and recognize that boredom is often the threshold to genuine insight. Finally, you have to live intentionally. This means paying attention to your daily habits and recognizing the weight of ordinary moments, rather than rushing through them to get to the next dopamine hit. It forces you to confront the micro decisions that dictate your reality every single day. The choice between consuming and creating. The choice between instantly reacting and quietly reflecting. Wisdom is not a secret you find at the end of a long journey. It is a state of being you become, forged through the courage of your daily choices.